Peace and love, y'all. It's your brother A.D.V.I.S.S. back with another more interviews, aka memoirs of our real experiences. And for today's more interviews, we have a brother out from New York representing the East Coast by the brother Young Jay. So, as Young Jay's making his way in, if y'all have any questions or y'all have anything you would like to share, please put them down in the comments, as well as sit back, again, ask questions, and look forward into this interview that we have today featuring the brother Young Jay. So with that being said, I see the brothers up in here. We'll go ahead and let's bring in Young Jay. What's going on, Godmother? Good to see you. Yo,
Yo,
what's
what's
going
up?
on?
What's good?
What's good? What's good, brother? Good to see you up in here, man. Thank you for, again, joining for more interviews and reaching out, my man.
No problem, bro. You know I had to get on this, bro.
Oh, of course, man. I'm looking forward to this, man, really. But before I do that, is there any questions, concerns, or things that you'll like to share with the folks that's here, as well as, again, later on when people view this later?
Not really. I just woke up, so my brain is kind of frizzled. You feel me? So,
For those who don't know who this is, again, this is the brother Young Jay. If you want to go check this brother out later on, I will have a lot of things linked. This brother has his own website, youngj.org, as well as you can check the brother out on Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming platforms. And we're going to be talking about one of his projects today, as well as a single. And then, of course, I have my questions that I like to share. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And shouts out to everyone that's up in here too as well. And if y'all are also interested in knowing a bit more about Young Jay as well, please throw it in the comments. If you got questions, we'll definitely get to them. If not, I'll make sure that we find it in some way, shape, or form. But before that starts, my G, I know you said you just woke up, but overall, how are you feeling today so far?
I feel great. You feel?
Mm, thank you, bro. Heck yeah. I know it's 9. I know it's 9, so basically your day is just about over. I'm over here like how your day was so far. But yeah, let me check. You back with us? You there?
I don't know why it connected to my headphones. Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I don't know. Young Jay favorite song right now. We'll look it. That's a great question, and then
yeah,
we
they
gonna
like.
keep that one as well too. But other than that, brother, since there was no questions or concerns that you had before, let's go ahead and let's just jump into this interview. So, first question, of course, for those who do know you or those who do not know you, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your background?
All right. Well, I started rapping when I was like 9 years old, but I started writing when I was 15.
Okay.
So the first event I ever did
Mm.
was like in 2014. It was like a social justice camp. Shout out to Urban R&B because they were the ones that was hosting that event. Holding a virgil for one of the
Wow.
fallen soldiers of the yeah it was a father that had lost his son due to the cops shooting him because they thought he
Mm.
had an actual gun, but he actually had a toy gun. So we had a event for his
Mm.
son and remembering it. And me and my bro Young Echo, we was performing a song "Must Forgotten," featuring the bro Mike Mizzle. So we was just talking about
Mm.
gun violence in the community, how it affects everybody, because I'm a victim of gun violence. My cousin was shot. He was trying to stop a bullet ricocheted off a post and hit him instead. So
Mm.
I talked about my cousin in that song. So ever since then, I've been on the road with that.
Mm. Thank you for sharing that, brother. And at the same time, let folks know again where you from, and then just a little bit more.
Oh, I'm from the Bronx, New York. So the BX is up in here. So we gotta represent the Bronx in a good fashion way. You know, because it's all these artists that's coming out right now. They're emulating the artists coming out of Atlanta from down south, which is I don't have a problem with that.
Mm,
But at the same time, we gotta bring back that New York
yeah.
feeling, that New York style. Because once upon a time, the East Coast had it on lock. So if I could help bring back the East Coast back to dominance, then that's a good look for me. I'm great with that.
Mm, for sure. Again, y'all, just had to ask. New York BX up in here. But with that being said, I
Yep.
know you stated earlier, you started when you were 9 and you were more writing when you were 15. What really inspired you and pushed you to jump into music in particular and wanting to again create?
Um, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first started, like at 9 years old, I was listening to
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying. So that was the
Mm,
album that was like, yo, I know that I could see myself doing this forever. I don't want to be like a regular person, get a 9 to 5, and just settle into a like on. And I started writing like at
yeah.
15. It was like I was I gotta stay true to myself. That means I gotta write about what I've been through, how I felt, and all that
Yeah.
girls, all that 9 yards. But I was like, I had to stop myself for a minute. And I was like, yo, if I'm really gonna apply myself to this shit, then I really have to be true to myself and show people, like, expose my true feelings and shit like that.
Yeah. Yes. And that's a very important point to add as well, because some artists actually miss out on that point of the fan and supporters connection, of them really coming in to learn more about you, not only as an artist, but then as a person. They really miss out on that point rather than I just want to sell records, I just want to make money, forgetting that who's coming to support you in the first place. And then some of these people actually really want to know you because they really do care. So I'm glad that you brought up that point.
Facts.
But get get rich or die trying. That's super dope. That's super dope. Because when on top of that, then since I got to ask, because I mean I got at least to listen to Lowkey Celebrity and heard a few other tracks from you. I got to know, brother, shoot, who are your again your influences on
Wait,
your
say that again?
music and your creation? Say, who are your influences?
Oh man, my influences. Well, I ain't gonna lie. People say that I like have Jay Z's flow or whatever, but then there's other people that have said
Mm,
that I have Big L's flow as well. But those two
mm,
artists alone, like they're my inspiration or whatever. But like I
yeah,
listen to the music from time to time, and I listen to a whole lot of like Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco and all the other the legends in the game and stuff like that. But what I try to take away from it is like
yeah,
even though I listen to these people, I try to put my own spin on it. So whether it be me making a
yes,
beat or just like writing something, you know, something that I felt like I should write, So those, and I can't forget 50 Cent as well. But I try not to like incorporate the gangster rap shit because I ain't never owned a gun in my life before, and I ain't never been in the street like
yeah,
like that before. So again, I'm staying true to myself, but I'm still paying homage to those people that inspired me. And it's the people that I'm currently surrounded by too, that also inspire
Mm,
me, believe it or not. You know, so it's not just the celebrities that's in the game doing their thing. It's other
yeah.
people that's around me on my level as well. You know, shout out to the GOAT because they inspire me as well. You know, shout out
Mm,
to SBS because they were the first group that took me in because they saw me perform. Shout out to Red Mizzle once again. So
yeah.
SBS Salute, they took me in and he was like, we like your style, and you know, we started collaborating off the bat. So it's just, you know, you
Yeah.
gotta surround yourself with people that, you know, have that same mentality as you and the same drive as you as well.
Like minds for sure. Like minds for sure. As well as again, in this art, this place, in music, it's very vital that you really do stick true to your guns and not guns in that particular sense, but be true to yourself when creating your art because that's where the expression is coming from. But yeah, shoot.
True, that's definitely true.
Okay, we got some shots outs up in here. Some shots out up in here, man. Again,
Yeah.
for all those who are up in here too, thank you for being in here. Please, if y'all have questions of your own that y'all like to share, please throw them down in the comments, please. Because again, this is an interactive interview, so y'all's input as well is very appreciated as well as y'all time. So thank y'all. Now, next thing I got to ask you, brother, because again, we talked about the early stages, a bit of again when you started, as well as some influences. The other thing I like to always delve back into and learn a little bit more about folks is, you know, how were you as growing up as a child? So, who was young Jay as a child growing up?
Um, well, young Jay, he was like, as a kid, I was like, um, I ain't gonna lie, I was like a nerd. So like when I was at school, I was in the honor roll every year that I was in school. I was in on the honor roll, whether it be the assistant principal's honor roll, and I
Mm,
was really going hard trying to get on the principal's honor roll, but I never could make that list. But I had straight A's. Um, you could catch me in the library almost every lunch period. So I was pretty. I kept to
mm,
myself. I had a few friends, but at the same time, I kept to myself. I didn't engage into a lot of stuff, you know, that was going on was in school. Um, I kept my head in the books. I
yeah.
was always doing my homework and all that kind of stuff. But on the emotional side, I was just like, I was still trying to find myself. So I was trying to do all these stupid little shit to like fit in with the classmates and stuff like that. But aside that,
Mm,
I would say that that was a transitional period when I was just trying to find, really trying to find myself. Because at that time, I was just like really just, you know, growing, you know, teenager at this point.
yeah.
Really shy. I didn't really speak to a lot of people. Like if I had a crush on if I had a crush on a girl at my school, I wouldn't even walk up to her and say, "Hey, I like you" or whatever. I would
Yeah.
just leave love notes in her locker or whatever. That's
Hmm.
the type of person I was.
Wow. Not many. Yeah. Dang, that's very. Um. Honestly, hearing that is very rare. Not a lot many folks really do express through again that writing when telling somebody that they like them. But okay, brother, shoot, I can dig it, bro. Learning and learning, my man. It's all good, bro. That's what's up, man. Um, with with that also being said, on top of that, G, and they in hype pursuit, man. They all wanted to come see this right now, man. So the cops is trying to come stop through and trying to watch the interview as well. I'm just playing. But on top of that, because I gotta always segment over and I wanted to learn too, is what's the significance of your name, Young Jay, and how did you get it?
um, well, I'm gonna have to break it down into segments. The young part is because I have a baby face. So, like true story. Whenever I have shows and I have to go to a club to perform at the shows, like the bouncers would give me a hard
Yeah.
time getting in the door because they think I'm like 16 years old or whatever. And that's not completely the case. I'm
Mm,
27 years old. So, um, every time people see me, they think I'm a little kid or whatever. It's like, and it's because of my voice too. So it's like my voice is not that deep. So people have this conception that I'm just a kid or whatever, but I'm far from a kid. But the
Yeah.
J part is just like people say that I have Daisy blood or whatever. I just ran with that. You feel me?
Mm. So just paired those two together just to make Young Jay.
Yep.
Okay. Again, however it's explained, now y'all know the Lord behind it. It's the reason why I ask it. So now y'all know. Uh, Going after that, man. I know you've gotten to, perform, put out a number of projects, whether they've been mixtapes or, first album. If I'm correct, if I'm saying that correctly, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Um, but at that point right now in your career in making music, what has been a major turning point for you, as in, like, at least not gonna say the height right now of your career, but what has made that turning point to now, like, yo, this is my thing, this is where I know I can keep pushing further.
Um, honestly, there have been like many turning points. Like the event that I told you about in 2014. Where I had the social justice camp, summer camp. Like after we did the
Yeah.
performance, the next
Yeah.
day we ended up in the newspaper. So there's been many instances where like you got to keep going. And there's many times where I've gotten discouraged because I put some stuff out and I haven't gotten the results that I really wanted to get.
Yeah.
But you know, going off of the people that's around me, that's surrounding me, and they keep telling me to keep going. And it's people
Yes.
that I don't even know. They talk to me and they be like, "Yo, what you put out, you inspire me." And I never thought that people would like. I never thought that I would inspire people with my work. Like because
Mm.
I was doing it because I have something to offer. I got something to put out there. But
Yeah.
just being told that you inspire people, it does something to you. So it's like, yeah, I want to keep going with this. I definitely want to keep going with it. And yeah, it's so many turning points. It's like it's so many things that I can't mention. Well, I can mention, but it's like yo, it's a whole lot of shit that I have to mention. So it's like it's inspiring. It's definitely inspiring. And
Yes.
when I won multiple awards or whatever, but it's not even about the accolades at the end of the
Yes.
day. It's just that the people is they they take time to like acknowledge your work, because once upon a time it's like when you put
Yes.
stuff out and it's like you get no response, so it's like that's very discouraging. So I would say that's the turning point where people started just like coming up to me and just saying like, oh, I really like your work, keep going, don't stop, you got something special, and it's like it really did something to you.
it it becomes more than just the music at that point. Like, the music is the introduction for people to know, but you don't know, again, how impactful the songs can be until somebody does really tell you. And when that does happen, it just not only saying gives you a boost to the ego, but if you use it in the right sense, it just, again, just heightens your mission even more further of what you really want to push further in this music or this creation process, whatever your intention ends up being, which I have something for that later too. But continuing on, brother, after that, since we got the career, been from here, been back here, and many people want to know, I also want to know myself because I ask a lot of the artists because I like to hear about different processes. If you can, if you want, break down your creative process to us. So how do you go about creating songs, ideas, concepts, etc.? Oh snap! Think we lost Young Jay right now. He's circling right now. So let's see, y'all. Let's give it a few to get the brother back in. Hopefully everything's good. We'll pop him right back up in here. While that's going on, again, if y'all have some questions, please, y'all can throw them down in the comments. But while we're doing that, I'm just going to do a little segue into playing some music in the background. I said I never seen a woman like you before. I bet you the type of woman that a man can adore. I bet you like the gentleman that likes to open the door. I bet you like a man that loves his woman deep to the core. You see the ball is in your court, it's up to you to score. Cause you got that type of vibe that a man can't ignore. There we go. It's a quick little interview or look interlude, y'all. Right. So back to the next question I have for you, which was basically, what is your creative process? So, how do you write and get your workflow out when creating music?
Um, well, I gotta have an idea because I try not to like rush.
Yeah.
That's the problem with most other artists. Like they try to rush, but it comes out like iffy or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever if I have a concept in mind, like I let the idea come to me. Like
Mm.
I could be working, I could be doing something else, and lines would just pop up in my head, and I would stop whatever I'm doing, and I'll write those lines down. And then once I have the song finished, that's when it's time to go to the studio. So like I don't like
Mm.
to waste time. I just like to knock things out the park. So like when I go to the studio, I don't be writing. It's just straight recording, and then that's it. Like I let the engineer do whatever he does or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, I just let the ideas come to me naturally.
Awesome. And with those ideas coming to you naturally, is that when you hear a beat, or is it just like you just have the idea and then you pick the beats that go along with it?
Um, well, yeah, this is where it gets tricky because sometimes I would be inspired by a beat, like an industry beat. So let's say I hear
Mm.
something, you know, I would be compelled to write something like a verse to it, and then I get an idea and be like, well, I could build on this. I could make this into an actual song, and then I could just like create a beat of my own that will fit the lyrics, like that will tailor the lyrics.
Yes.
So that's how I would go about that.
Okay. Again, tailored. You tailor to your own feelings again when creating. I like it. I like that. All right. Before we jump into talking about the specific project today with Lowkey Celebrity, and we got the single here as well too, I want to jump into a segment I like to call Fun Questions. Y'all may think it's not fun. It may be fun to me, but this is where, again, everybody who's here too, if they want to, they can also answer the questions that I asked for this portion. Okay? So let's get into some fun questions for me. May not be fun for y'all. So, first ones that I usually do is would you rather. So,
Uh,
thanks off I was here. Yeah, it's nothing. I didn't put no like would you rather be a headless zombie walking through an apocalypse. I sometimes I'll randomly do that, sometimes I don't. It just again, it always just depends, whatever comes to mind. But first one is would you rather start with $10 million but can't work to make any more, or start with nothing but work your way up to the top?
I would start with nothing and work my way up to the top.
Mm.
That's how you appreciate. That's how you appreciate where you come from. You know, because if you start off with a silver spoon, you really won't know what it's like to be at the bottom. And then when you reach the bottom, because there's gonna be a point when you do reach the bottom. So when you do reach the bottom, it's gonna feel like hell. So it's like I'd rather
Mm.
start off with nothing and work my way up. So that way I won't have to say I owe anyone anything. You feel me?
Mad easy. I just see he was like already had that ready, set to go, man. I love the answer response, and I would have to. No, I don't have to. I do agree with you when it comes to those particular choices, because again, your perspectives do get changed depending on where you start off, and this is a real true thing in the world. Is folks start off with so much privilege that when they lose that, they lose all senses of themselves. Versus folks who ended up having to again rise up to the occasion to really build and love themselves. They went through that process and they figured it out, or they're still figuring out. At least they can appreciate the beauty in that, beauty in the struggle.
Hmm.
That's what's up. I like that. All right. This next one is called Finish This Line. So I'm just gonna put out a random line. I don't know if you like freestyling or just coming up off the top. This is gonna just like again get at the skills real quick, but I'm interested. So I'm gonna say the line and you finish it however again long you want to. You want to make it one bar, two bar, however you want. But
Okay.
finish this line. I got a phone call the other day.
I got a phone call the other day. Yo, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I'm not really good with freestyling, but I'm gonna try my best.
Mm,
She said I got a phone call the other day. It was something that made my day. Cause lately I've been feeling some type of way. Cause I've been trying to make my own type of wave.
talking about ain't no freestyling right there, brother. Shoot, that was real quick off the cusp, my man. Shoot, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Shoot, it also again, he's in that mode right now, making a way, find a way. If y'all don't know, go check that out too. Go check that out on YouTube. Go check that out on all other platforms. Our young Jay, find a way. All right, we got more, of course, but last one I got for you for fun questions because it ranges. It can be goofy to inspirational, however you want to look at it. But the last one I got for you, brother, is what is one piece of advice you would give to anyone hesitant to start achieving their goals? What would you remind them to do?
Um, Make a memory board. Like definitely make a memory board. Cause if you post pictures on that board, it's gonna keep you highly motivated. You
Mm,
know, like I read this book once because I love to read a lot, but it said in the book it was like, yo, if you post a picture, if you put a picture on your mirror or whatever you put pictures at,
yeah.
put a picture of what motivates you, and that will keep you going. That will definitely keep you going. So no matter how discouraging it may get,
Yes.
do not stop. Do not stop because you're you're the only person. You're the only person that can stop yourself. The only person that can stop you is yourself. No one else. And then if you don't achieve your goals, then you're gonna look back later on in life and you're gonna regret it. You're gonna
Mm,
regret the fact that you didn't try. So, and we're only here to live once. We can't live life twice. So I just say go for what makes you happy. And I'm constantly told this. I'm told like people tell me this constantly. Because sometimes I have my days where I
yeah.
be feeling down and stuff like that. So they tell me like just go for what makes you happy,
Yeah.
and in the end you won't regret the fact that you tried. At least you tried.
Mm. We got gems from Young Jay, the motivator over here, giving y'all some motivational gems right here. But to recap for y'all right there, yes, it's important to again put a visual. A lot of y'all are very visual. Put visuals of what motivates you, your whys, really having your why, and continuing to remind yourself day in about those whys, because there is gonna be days where we don't feel it, and having that picture, having that why will tie you back to really what makes you happy. So I agree with you wholeheartedly, brother, on that.
Hmm.
And that ends that for the section of fun questions. Again, those are fun questions for me. May not have been fun questions to y'all, but thank y'all for being a part of it and also being in here again for this more interviews with the brother Young Jay. Again, check this brother out on Spotify as well as you can get connected straight with him, whether here on Instagram. You can check and see it here. I'll put everything linked later, as well as if you want to go to a website, also go to youngj.org and get that info about the brother as well too. So now we're gonna jump into the last few questions I got for you, and interview will be over, as well as again the opportunity for you to perform for the folks here too, again, to end out the interview. But let's go ahead and jump into this project. And only gonna do little
Yeah.
bits and parts here. So for those again who do know, who do not know, and are coming here to hear this for the first time, tell us a bit about your project, Lowkey Celebrity.
Um, Lowkey Celebrity. That was just like I had fun putting that together, honestly, because I had done mixtapes, had done EPs, and I dropped singles, but this was like my first album. So I was like, at first I was like, I didn't know how to go about because it was like, this is an album, so how am I gonna make a body of work
Yes.
with all these songs and stuff? And I'm like, I gotta tell a story or whatever. So, but so for inspiration, I listened to the old albums. I listened to No Way Out by Puff
Okay.
Daddy, the old golden age hip hop albums and stuff. And I used their skits. Well, I didn't use their skits, but I made some skits of my own that I wanted to show people. Oh,
Which are really fire, by the way. Those skits, wow. I mean, I like, yeah, there's a few of them on there that I was just like, it really did take connect and tailor things through with the project. But sorry, continue, brother. My bad. I didn't mean to stop you there.
no, it's all good. It's all good. But with those skits, I was able to like connect the dots and like tell a story and stuff like that. And like the meaning of like low key celebrity is like, yo, you could be low key and you could still do your thing. Like, cause I give you a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm on my block, and now the people on my block is like now they just realizing now that I do music or whatever. So now there's like I can't go anywhere without people wanting to hear me rap or spit at 16 or anything like that.
Mm,
So back then it wasn't like that, and I was like, cool. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm 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 kind of like somewhat of a celebrity, but I'm low key with it because it's something that I don't broadcast. I
yeah.
don't like to like toot my horn like that. And people was like, oh yeah, you should just toot your own horn. You like talk your shit or whatever. But it's like sometimes it's like I don't really like to talk my shit because I'm really humble.
Yeah.
So it's like I come in the spot. But yeah, that's what basically low key was all about. And then there was some tracks on the album that I had did a continuation with, like um Kingpin 2. That was
Which is my
actually a continuation. I
one of
can
the
say it.
tracks that I like. That's one of my tracks that I like. No, it was close. It was tied with another one, but for sure, definitely Kingpin too. And I was like, he was like, and in the beginning, how you started off. If you didn't hear this from Legend in Making, I'm about to go hear the first installment, but continue.
Yeah, because yeah, the first installment is on Legend in the Making, and that's on SoundCloud. Um, but yeah, I wanted to tell a story. I wanted to really try to like step out of the box with that one, and really just try to tell a story. Because I love to tell stories. It's not all about just me or whatever. I just like to give people a perspective of things that I see and things that I've like experienced or whatever. So
Yeah,
that was the case with Loki. I mean with Kingpin, and then the other tracks like Crushing and Bounce and whatever. Those were other tracks that I used to connect the dots or whatever. So like before Bounce started, there was a skit that I did of people just talking shit outside of the club, and then
yeah,
you have the problem with people just trying to come in the club and they be like they fronting talking about they be spending thousands of dollars and they can't get no entry in the club or whatever. So it's
yeah,
like cool, cool, cool. I'm like, let me just do that or whatever. But yeah, Lowkey Celebrity, but that was just like a fun album to make once I had everything written down. So it was like I had to write down all the concepts, all the ideas that I wanted to do, everything that I wanted to do because
Yeah.
sometimes I just jump head first into things and I don't really just like plan it out and it doesn't come out the way that I wanted to. So for this album, I wanted to make sure that I checked all the boxes and I got everything that I wanted to do. And, shout out to Legal Records. They helped me with the recording process.
Mm.
Um, dude let me use his studio to record and mix and master I mixed and mastered the project myself.
Mm.
So that was something else. That was like a huge experience. So it's like on the engineer side, I know
Yes.
what it's like now because it's like they be spending hours on top of hours mixing people's stuff to perfection. And that was the same attitude that I had when I was mixing this album. And the rollout was just crazy because
Hmm.
I had a concert the next day. It was like
Yeah.
sometime in July, and shout out to the Goats. We had a concert in Smash Studios on July 31st that year. So I'm mixing and mastering the album, and I'm trying to like get ready for the show, and somehow it happened. It got released, and everyone is just like they just gravitated towards it, and it's about to hit 10K on Spotify as well. So I'm really happy about
Congrats on that. Yes, man. Wow. Think you low key, not
that.
as low key as you think you is. But no, that's great pieces of story information to tell, as well as like letting not only other artists but people know about again the process again and how difficult it can be behind both trying to engineer it as well as you still coming up and trying to cohesively put together a whole, like you said, body of work so that it comes out and it paints and gives you a whole story. So on top of that, with this project, and I'm gonna tell some of the other tracks that I enjoyed. How long did it take you to make this in total? Of like all of the tracks together to weave them together and then put it out? Because I know it came out last year. So how long
Yeah,
did it take you for the whole process of from first track or
it took a year and a half to actually get it all done because
mm,
I had life was happening around me, and then the pandemic was going on as well. So it was like I spent a whole lot of time at home. That's why I actually got most of the writing done.
mm.
Um, Bounce for one, like Bounce, the song Bounce. I wrote that. I actually came up with that song while I was in the shower. So like I came up with the hook, and by the time I was ready, I was like, "Yo, I got a whole song ready to go." So now I got a whole song to perform, to like record in the studio. So but yeah, overall, it took a year and some change to get this project done. I didn't want to rush. I wanted to take my time because
Yes.
I wanted to see how far I could really go with it. But yeah, a year and some change.
Nice. Y'all don't sleep on them shower songs, those jingles, man. Shoot, you in the shower. I know some people say they be sounding the best when they be singing in the shower. Shoot, don't sleep on those because look at they be coming up and you got your idea concept right there. You never know. Some hits. But again, I like your mindset when approaching, projects and putting things together because like you said, when it comes to artists that are out here, definitely being eager to blow up and to quickly put stuff out just to have stuff out rather than really strategically putting things together so that honestly it can stand the test of time versus you can already tell that it only aged in at certain confines where some songs literally you can play these stuff and you can go back and if you see YouTube comments in place to be like, oh man, I'm still listening to this song in 2022 and it's like this song done came out like 10, 15, 20 years ago. But being very, again, strategic of how you put stuff out is very important. If not, people have takeaways. Like, do definitely takeaways. Like, take your time with the creation process and fall in love with it. again, have fun with it, because ultimately, I mean, that's really where that musical journey, all that stuff really adds and becomes together. Which, on top of that, I do have a question for that, but I want to segment right into some of the tracks that, again, that caught my ear. One of them for sure was Kingpin 2 when I heard that, as well as Crushing was a really good feature on that. I really like that, the contrast between you and Mini Rebel. Also, I liked definitely By Any Means Necessary, and Young Govelli was another one that popped out. So those few were ones that really did pop out to me, especially too because I just started moving into production. So some of those I definitely like the sounds and the melodies that were put together that paired with your bars and your words.
Right. For crushing, I knew I had to make a track with a female on it. Matter of fact, I
Yes.
wanted to make a track with a female on it because it was like I've been making songs about you know all that good stuff, but I was like I wanted to get a female's perspective on it,
Yeah.
and that's when I met Mini Rebel. Shout out to Mini Rebel. She did her thing on the track. We did that song in like a day. Shout out to Polite because he was the one that mixed it as well. So um
Mm,
yeah, so she definitely did her thing on the verse, and then Younger Belly, um, that was just that was like a I had to make an alter ego because I'm very good with the alter egos or whatever. But Younger Belly, just to get to Younger Belly for a minute, because
yes.
the music video is actually dropping this Friday, June 3rd. So
Okay.
shout out to Les Visuals because he shot the video and he did his thing. But Younger Valley is all about having confidence in yourself, because when I was younger, I used to get told that I was ugly. I got bullied a lot,
Mm,
all that stuff. So as now, as an artist, it's I have to constantly remind myself that I gotta have that confidence, because if
yes.
I don't have that confidence, it's not gonna look right if I don't have that confidence. So Younger Billy is just another extensive Young Jay, whereas Young Jay is like quiet and reserved. Younger Billy is just outspoken. He has a lot of confidence in himself, but he also knows his worth. He doesn't let anyone take advantage of him and all that good stuff. So
Mm,
it's just all about the confidence. But he's still humble at the end of the day. He may have his moments where he thinks highly of himself, but he also knows that he's humble as well. So that's what Younger Belly is all about. And then what was the other track you mentioned?
so I had said Kingpin 2, and you already gave a bit on Kingpin 2, Young Govelli, Crushing, and then I said By Any Means Necessary.
By Any Means Necessary. Honestly, that was one of my favorites of the album as well. Cause
Mm,
yeah, By Any Means Necessary, that was the my attitude at that on that track was just like do or die. It
yeah.
was just like, yo, I gotta make it. I think one of the lines I said, excuse me, my ego inflated. I'm making major moves, so I know I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
There's many times like I, many times as I've been discouraged, there have also been some times where I'm like, yo, I know I'm going in the right direction. I know that that whatever I'm doing right now is just gonna open more doors for me.
Yeah.
I may be getting doors slammed in my face right now, but it's like there's more doors up ahead that's waiting to open for me.
Yes.
So that's what By Any Means Necessary was all about. And then I was just giving like a little motivation because if you don't get started on your goals or whatever, then will you
Yes.
never get finished. You will
Yes.
never get
Mm.
finished. So,
And I will
oh, I
definitely
hear you
say, I'm telling you, this is what I'll say. So all y'all would know too. I like to play the artist music in the background as the interview goes on. And you'd be surprised. Every time we talk about a track, it'll be playing a specific track. I'm not doing this on purpose. Like it will literally do that. So again, it's not only just a testament to that, but just how again the flow really is going with the interview. But I will say this track was definitely a very strong note to leave on for the project. Because when I heard this, like, I definitely got that feel from it. Again, the production really complemented your voice as well as literally the message behind the whole thing. I love your second verse. That's my favorite verse on there is the second verse for sure. Um,
I
but
appreciate that.
hey, you put out good art. You put out again some music quality, and people will, love. They hate it or love it. The underdogs on top. I was playing. I ain't doing all of that. But yeah, man. If it's a great listen, I'm definitely gonna say it because this is something I definitely would put in on rotation for sure by any means. In a few of those, like I definitely put those in rotation. And now with the last again of the whole album in all together, you again gave us the whole concept behind it. But in all, what was the main or what is a message that you wanted your listeners to get from hearing this project?
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh man, the message that I wanted to convey with this project is that stay true to yourself. Just
Mm,
stay true to yourself, you know, because it's a whole lot of once again, it's a whole lot of artists that's out here emulating what's hot right now, and it might work for them right now, but you know,
yes.
later on down the line, they're gonna find difficulty because you can only do so much when you're emulating the style, you know.
Yes.
So the message that I'm trying to convey to like everyone that's listening, like have fun with it, but at the same time, because I was taught to have fun with my stuff, and
Yeah.
I sometimes I can be a little uptight with my projects because I'm really a perfectionist. So like
Mm,
I get uptight sometimes and I be spazzing out on people like, well, why this didn't come out the way that I want it to? Because this is my shit, this is my music. So it's like, but at the same time, it's like, yo, be yourself. Don't be too uptight with it. It's okay to make mistakes,
yeah.
and at the same time, just be true to who you are.
Yeah. Y'all heard it again. Young Jay the Motivator again. I'm adding that extra title right now. So folks will end up knowing right there. But awesome, man. And I know you had another again a single. If you wanted to share a little bit about that single as well too, I did get to hear it, and I will definitely say I also enjoyed that single. But tell a bit people about the single that you have out right now.
um. Okay, so the single that I got out right now is called. Well, actually, I have two singles. I just dropped another
Mm,
one yesterday, but the first one that I dropped is called "Do What You Do," and basically I wrote that off an experience because I had a friend from high school,
yeah.
and we was really close. So we did music together. I actually cut class to make music with the guy. So
Mm,
and I always told him that like no matter what, like I would always try to get him in the studio.
yeah.
So when we reached time to get in the studio, we was both excited. I ended up doing the track for him. Like I ended up
Yeah.
recording him and I ended up just sending him the track because you know what it's like when you first get in the studio and you get so excited and you want to hear yourself. So I sent them a copy of the song and we had a little disagreement. So we ended up like parting ways, like we're no longer friends or whatever. So
Mm,
um I basically wrote "Do What You Do" based off that experience. Like I'm like I don't really give a fuck. Do what you do, because when it's all said and done, it's gonna come to you, and
yeah.
when it does, you won't even know what to do. So now it's just like I get to have a clearer focus of what I want to do,
Yeah.
because most of the times, like everything that I've ever done, and
Yes.
when it comes to music, it was just for the sake of trying to put my people on and trying to get them to where I'm at
Yeah.
currently, because I'm the type of person that I don't want to leave nobody behind, especially if I know that you're going for the same type of goal that I'm going for. Why
Yeah.
not help you? I'm the type of person that like lend a helping hand. But like I said, I was like trying to lend a hand, but niggas want to have the upper hand. They want to be the man, but then they fold when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
So that was the problem right there. people was getting too big for their bridges, and it caused me to like leave them behind, which I didn't want to do, but I
Yeah.
had to for my whatever I was doing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was all about.
Mm.
In a way, that was kind of therapeutic for me because I had to keep it real with everybody that was listening. And, like, yeah, it's not all about me. Well, it's not all about, my ambition and like my goals to like take over the game or whatever. It's like sometimes I have my days where I be feeling like, hey, I want to share this with y'all.
Yes. Mm. Very real. Again, staying true to you on that and sharing it out. Um, if you want to share the new single that just came out yesterday, you can share that one as well. And then I got a few more questions for you, and we'll be done for this interview. Or you can again perform as well.
All right. The single that I dropped yesterday is called Kill Kill, featuring Classic the Writer. You heard
Mm.
the song. Um, he's really lyrical. So when we
Yeah.
got together to talk about the possibility of doing a track together, we had so many ideas, and you know, we settled down to one, and then the recording process of the track was just amazing. Shout out to Jetson, he Jay Jetson, because he recorded us at his studio or at his
Yes.
home studio. And I also got to give a shout out to DJ Skip because he mixed and mastered the track as well. So
Mm.
yeah, so I'd say that it was like a lyrical. We was having fun, but we was doing our thing lyrically. So
Yeah.
Kill Kill is out now on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and the reaction is crazy. Everyone is just loving it right now. So got to shout out to everybody that was involved with this track.
Beautiful. We'll have to check that out as well. Now, you've gotten to describe your journey again so far from the beginning to can say a bit of the middle of where you was writing and getting these accolades again. My next thing I want to ask you is, um, if you could, how would you describe your artist journey so far, and what have you learned that can help you with your next steps towards wherever you may go? So, how would you describe your artist journey so far, and what have you learned that can help you move forward into your next steps of this artist journey?
Um, the perfect way that I would describe my journey as an artist is it's been a roller coaster
Mm,
because I've had peaks, I've had highs, I had lows or whatever. So that's the best way that I can describe it. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for anything because at at my low points, I learned a lot,
mm-hmm.
and at my high points, I also learned a lot. So
Yes.
the one of the main things that I've learned from this journey is just like well, it's a whole lot of things I've learned. So I gotta boil it down to one important lesson that I've learned, and that is, oh man,
I mean, are you
there's
look at you can give look give you can give three. If you want to give a top
three.
three, give us a top
Okay.
three. Give us a top three if you can. If you, I mean, if it's too, not saying hard for one, but if you feel like you want to share more, go ahead.
All right. Well, one of them is definitely be humble. Be humble.
Mm,
Like no matter how you feel your stuff is, no matter how good you feel that your music is, you definitely gotta be humble because coming up in the place and talking about you're the most lyrical person in the room is not gonna fly right with some people, and it's you never know who's gonna be in the crowd.
yeah.
So it's just be humble and do your thing as well. Um, Second thing is try not to burn bridges because you're gonna need those bridges to
Mm,
cross later on. So you never know who you're gonna need. You never know who you're gonna interact with. So it's
yeah.
always good to keep your options open. It's always good to keep those bridges up. Don't burn no bridges because I can't swim for shit. So so I'm like, yo, I try to keep my bridges up and running. And the
Yeah.
third thing is, just keep your keep surround yourself with people that that's gonna motivate you to push yourself harder, because
Mm.
you can ultimately you can try to do this music thing by yourself, but at the same
Yeah.
time you do need a team behind you, and that's why I surrounded myself with a team that pushes me to be all that I can be, and
Yes.
whatever you know. So it's like I just try to keep myself surrounded with people that with positivity,
Yeah.
because I'm not for the negative stuff. Because I've also experienced negative things in this music game, and
Yeah.
I don't like that. I've engaged in like some beefs or whatever, and I'm not proud of the stuff that I've done, but
Yeah.
I had to do it because for the sake of I don't take that name calling and all that stuff that goes with it. I don't take
Yeah.
that so as well, especially since I was bullied as a kid.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the most important thing. Just surround yourself with people that will motivate you and push you to be all you can be.
Yes. Mm. Again, young Jay the motivator gave you some more gems to take along with you. But thank you for sharing those. And what's next for you? What's next? What's next on the agenda? Next, I know some people be like 5, 10, but honestly, what you looking forward to doing next?
Um, well, I'm definitely working on another album. I can tell you that for sure. But
Mm,
another thing that I do want to get into is acting. Because as a kid I used to I took drama classes and stuff like that. So I actually, before I knew I wanted to be a musician, I wanted to be an actor. So
mm,
that was the first thing that I knew that I wanted to do. So I did a couple of acting gigs here and there, but I just want to delve into it like really more, like try to get my acting side really out there.
yeah.
So hey, GA, he said a Young J concert should be next. Yeah, definitely a Young J concert because I got a lot of material out right now. So I definitely want to do a concert. Um, Not where I could just perform one song. I just want to perform multiple songs. But that's definitely up next for me right now. Acting just like seeing what else that's out there for me. I try
Yes.
to like keep my mind open to other things. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, like you said, you've had you few acting engagements as well as you and these skits over here, and getting your
Mhm.
acting chops on and everything right there as well. I think that's very very important, and it's a good way to not only show your versatility, whether it's coming to the music, but also again with skills that just not only have to pertain to your music. So I say much success to you in all the endeavors that you want to continue to go through, brother. Whether it is a concert, headlining, acting, anything else that you want to put your heart and your mind to, brother. Sending you much love and success to those.
I appreciate that, man.
Mm. Now, coming to the next question, I got two more questions for you, brother, and then we will be out. So the next question I got for you, it's a twofold question because it's talking about two different things, but in the same way. So the first one I have is, what are your thoughts on morals when it comes to your life and your passions?
Um, I've always felt that it was always good to have morals because it shows your character not only as an artist but as a person, as an
Yeah.
individual, as a human being and stuff. So I was raised by my grandma, so she
Mm,
definitely taught me some morals, not only as a kid but as an adult, and she taught me some things that I'm gonna take with me to my grave. So
mm,
definitely it's definitely good to have morals because it shows people that you're a nice person and you're someone that can be respected.
yes.
If you show respect to others, people are gonna show that same type of respect to you. All right, what was the other part again?
And now the second one, you see, look, you already ahead of the game. I didn't even say the second part, but you was already ready. Um, in the same way of the question is, what are your thoughts on success by any means when it comes to connections between your life and your passions? Not the song, because I put not by any means necessary, but success by any means.
Um, man, success by any means. I feel like trying to be all that you can be, but not stepping on people while trying to attain that success. Because
Mm,
that way, it's just gonna make you look like you have no regards to other people.
yes.
So I try not to step on any people or any people's toes or anything like that on my way to obtaining success.
Yeah.
The people that I've interacted with, and I've interacted with many people, but I also try to like just help them out in any way that I can. I don't want to be like this selfish artist that's like self-minded. Just keep thinking about himself and stuff like that. Because
Yes.
that's not. I don't want people to paint that perception of me. And if they do paint that perception of me, it's nothing to just like have a conversation. That can be settled with just a conversation. Not with no back and forth type shit and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what I feel like. I always try to help those that, open doors for me. You feel me?
Support all around. You definitely got to. You don't bite the hand that feeds you or supports you, as well as again that shows more to not only your morals but your character as a person. So
Right.
again, respects to you, brother. Now, it's my last question. Before I get that last question, I want to thank you again for your time and again for reaching out and coming to be on the platform for more interviews because it's I appreciate not only you taking the time to do so to push forward with that, but you also coming in to share your journey, ups, downs, the roller coaster of a ride that you said it was, as well as to get a little bit more in depth on who Young Jay is. So I want to give you your flowers and appreciate you for coming on.
Nah, thank you, bro, for having me on this platform. I appreciate it. I really do.
Again, you reached out, and like you said, I agree with you on those points. When someone shows that interest, man, I'm definitely going to take the initiative to do so. So it's here. But the last question I got for you, brother, and I ask this to everyone that leaves. One of another staple questions I like to ask. I got to shout out to again to Busy Balboa. It's the sister over there, inspired part of this question. So when it comes to your life, music, any type of passions that you have, is it the quality or the quantity?
It's definitely the quality, bro. It's
Mm.
definitely
Why you say that?
because it's quality over quantity. You could put out multiple stuff and it will not stick unless you resonate with whoever is listening to it. That's what
Mm.
it's all about. If people could, resonate to whatever you're saying, then it has a huge impact. And that's what we're here. That's what we're all here to leave behind. We're all here to leave behind an impact to say that we was here. You know, whether if you made a song and it made someone else's day,
Yeah.
or if it motivated them to like go out there and chase their dreams, that's what it's all about to me.
Mm.
So that's why I take my time putting out my music because I really want every track that I ever put out. I've always wanted to have a message, leave people with a message that it can resonate in their brain and that it can make them think.
Yes.
Quality over quantity all day.
And there it is, y'all. Again, those are all the questions I had for you, brother. Um, before you do, again, want to perform and other things, is there any last questions, things that you want to share with the people, as well as please shout out all of your social medias and places where people can find you?
Um, you can follow me on Instagram, YoungJ94, all in lowercase letters. Follow me on Facebook, Eric Shazam. I have a Twitter account, but I really don't be on it like that. Like I just post, you know. Ever since what's his name? He acquired he bought
Oh, Elon Musk?
Twitter. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I gotta get on there more. But you can also follow me there. It's Young J dash 94, the lower dash, not the like uppercase dash.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody, like shout out to everyone who's watching, shout out to everyone who's ever supported me, whether you supported me from day one or you just met me and you're supporting me and stuff like that, because that goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really grateful for the love and support that I be getting. You know,
Mm,
I be getting messages from people on Instagram that I don't even know, and they be telling me my music is hot and whatever. So it's like, yo, I appreciate everyone that's ever reached out to me. And whether they just sent a message or they came to one of my shows and they saw me perform and stuff like that, I
yes.
really appreciate everybody that's just showing me love. Cause once upon a time I wasn't getting no love, so now it's
Mm,
like, yo, now that I got it, it's like I want to let the people know that I really appreciate them for showing me that love. So definitely, shout out to the goats. Shout out to SES Salute. Shout out to all my peoples that's grinding in the music game. It's not easy, but definitely don't stop because it's gonna pay off. It's definitely gonna pay off. And shout out to my boo. Shout out to my baby girl, Jay. You already know what it is. You know how we rocking. But yeah, man, that's it, man.
beautiful. Now, again, this is your opportunity. I don't know if you want to, if it's a cappella off the top, wherever, not off the top in that way, but again, if you wanted to perform, this is your opportunity to do so. If not, I'll go ahead and close out the interview.
All right, we definitely gonna perform. I actually pulled up the beat to find a way, so we definitely gonna perform that. Um, I ain't. It's not connected to my speaker, so I'm using my TV right now. But that's
By
how it is.
any means necessary.
Right, you gotta send a message by any means necessary. So this is the beat right here. This is called "Find a Way." It's gotten like 14K views on YouTube right now. Um,
Beautiful.
over 500 streams on Spotify. So thanks to everybody that's gotten the chance to listen to the song, whether you shared it, reposted it, and it goes a little something like this. All right, we're gonna turn it up a little bit. Hey, hey, they said I couldn't get it, but now a nigga on because I did it. What? Y'all need to mind your business. And I know all my niggas gon' feel this. I will find a way. 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 Hold up. I'm finding a way to get in the game, finding a way to making a change, finding a way. I'm switching up lanes. I told you niggas that it wasn't a game, but y'all didn't listen. I rock up permission to fuck the game. Like I got niggas tripping. What the fuck you thought? Never cross slipping. I'm in this bitch and I'm making a killing. Underrated moving numbers. Told you wasn't going under. Sleeping on the kid. Look at what you did. Fucked around and had a slumber. Hold up. It's gonna be a cold summer. Because you fucked up and they know who to blame. That's why they say your name. Big ballin' poppin' tags, you can keep the change.
Mm.
New Year, same mentality, ain't nothing changed. The way I'm spittin' like I'm shooting from 3-point range. Hey, they said I couldn't get it, but now a nigga on because I did it. Uh-huh. Y'all need to mind your business. And I know all my niggas gon' feel this. I will find a way. 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 Hold up. Y'all haters can touch me, you not even close. Me and my team, we be doing the most. I move like a ninja, so take your approach. Younger for the X, y'all never been dope. Think about other things, like a pen rope. Entrepreneur, I invest to promote. Got a new mission, be the best on the coast, triple deck on the boat, be the best on the go. I stay on my game cause I'm able to know, reflect on the days where I ate honey oats or hot pocket. I'm trending the top of the best people come to this, know what they stop the adrenaline rushing, they ain't no discussion. People be acting, so stop the production. Better have patience and stop with the rushing. I'm all about myself, thinking for touching, trying to be stacking, when I'm relaxing, no for the action, getting reaction, they overreact and stick with the character. I see you like grab it cause I gotta have it. They say I'm a savage, people get captain, claiming they catch it, but it never happened. But it never happened. Tell me what happened. I thought you had it. What? They said I couldn't get it. But now a nigga on because I did it. Hey, y'all need to mind your business. And I know all my niggas gon' feel this. I will find a way. 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 Hey, yeah. You can check this out on all streaming platforms. It's on Apple Music everywhere, worldwide. So much love to everyone that's been rocking with me. Much love.
And that has been Young Jay, y'all. Went ahead and just burned up the mic with these triplet flows so quick. My goodness, man. Shoot. Definitely found a way right there, my G. But again, thank you so much, brother, for coming on. I appreciate your time. Thank you for performing. Thank you for your energy as well as just overall just your sharing. It's greatly appreciated, brother.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Giving the artists a platform to express themselves and share their work, bro.
Yeah. And there it is, y'all. Again, this has been the brother Young Jay. If you want to check the brother out on Spotify, Apple Music, streaming platforms all over the place. You can go look for him. It might even have it there on LimeWire too. I'm just playing. But as well as go check the brother out on youngj.org. Google and put that right in there and you'll find the brother as well. But again, thank you for the interview. Thank you for your time. And with that, y'all, this has been another installment of More Interviews, aka Memoirs of Our Real Experiences. And when it comes to writing and making your impacts, don't forget to continue to write your memoirs and experiences to keep growing and sharing your life. So with that, y'all, much love. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.